Well, hey everyone. Well, I wanted to get out here and recap a few dreams that I had from a long time ago, actually. And this was like the other thing and all that stuff as well. And I had a good time going down memory lane here. And have things changed since a few of these dreams? But um, I do remember clearly. I mean, when you have a dream from the Lord, you truly remember almost just about everything, colored and everything, all right? But I had been having snippets of dreams, and wow, I mean, this was like something that wasn't even thought of at the time or could possibly be. And I'll add more towards the end here, but I want to play the one that I did find, as well as I did put a few in the community for you from Henry Groover and a few other things. Oh, just the fun times in Psalms 91 at the lake with my crew, the ones that have gone before us and are waiting for us over there at the Rainbow Bridge. But it was a nice time. Anyway, so let's start with what I have to share. Hold on, I'm getting attacked by a squirrel. There you go, buddy. Okay, so when I put this dream out, I had been having, like I said, several dreams. And I couldn't understand them. That didn't make sense because of the fact that there was no way that anything was happening. At the time, I also had one about the poison water, the poison food, and I can't find that one right now. That was right about this time as well. And then again, I still got to come back out and share about the rapture dream that I did have. But let's one thing at a time. Let's start with this one. Hey everybody, it is 6 p.m. on July 15th, 2019. I really felt that I needed to share. Remember I told you all last week that I had a dream full of snippet dreams in my dreams. I needed confirmation before I let anything out. And I believe I have my confirmation to share a portion of it, okay? Okay, so in my dream, and I don't work in a supermarket. I never have, okay? I was in a supermarket, and I was actually with a sister, and she had on a blue top and some slacks, and I had on something I don't normally wear, something like a white outfit or something. And I remember her looking at me and saying, and there was like a stack of boxes there, and she was like, here, grab a box real quick, we have to hurry up and stock the shelves, they're getting low. And then we went over and we were on our hands and knees and stocking the shelves, right? I kind of looked around and noticed that things were getting bare. So not thinking, waiting still. I waited a couple of days, and then I asked my sister, when I talked to her, I said, what do you do in a grocery store? And stocking shelves is not her normal thing at all, nor does she do it, I think she said. So then again, I had it again. And I'm like, okay, Lord, what's going on? And in the meantime, I'm seeing, recalls on meat. We're seeing that happening. And then, if you think about it, California is like our largest importer of food for the USA, right? And with all that's been happening in California, they don't certainly have a lot to ship out this year, but they're not telling us that, right? You just got to figure it out and put it together yourself. And then I was in a super Walmart. I got in the sun there for a minute. Bright lights! I was in a super Walmart a couple of days ago. And like a super Walmart, right? And I was looking for one thing alone, and it wasn't on the shelf. So I asked the boy there that was had a cart full of stuff as he was stocking the shelves. And I asked him if they moved it or if he was fixing to bring it out. And he looked around and he said, no. He said, we're still waiting on shipment. I'm like, okay. That was creepy. So having this twice and then hearing that, right? So then being led to an article again on food shortages and recalls. Recalls recently, by the way, were on Chick-fil-A's chocolate chip cookies. And I'm seeing, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups also is another recall, as they're finding worms in them. I don't know if the heat has anything to do with this or not, but that's just putting me in there. I'm not God. And I don't know what's going to happen. You know, Luke 21:36 tells us to pray that we be found worthy to escape these things that are which to come. And we know that's the time of tribulation. And Luke 21:38, you know, we're told when these things begin to happen, look up, because our redemption draws nigh, right? They've been happening for a while. And sudden destruction, right? Peace and security has been spoken so many times. I don't know if there's going to be, you know, if the money's going to go down first or if what's going to happen first. But if you notice, the food prices in the store have slowly been going up along with our gas prices. And this is Texas. Like, we've got our own oil down here, so I'm very shocked that we're like up $1 in a little over a month, and that our food prices, we normally get a lot of food. A lot of our produce comes from Mexico, and we're not even getting a lot of stuff from there. I don't know why we're not, but we're not. So if anybody else is noticing in your community, or if you work in a Walmart or a grocery store, if you're noticing this too, please share. I noticed as I went out today, even Kroger was low, and normally, you know, $40 would have given me at least 3 bags full, and 2 bags this time, and that wasn't even necessities. And when I went to the Super Walmart yesterday, I noticed again, they were very, very low on food. Now, they had plenty of supplies as far as cleaning, you know, laundry detergent, paper towels, all that kind of stuff, right? Cat food, dog food, all that stuff. But the food area was pretty low. And I started looking at dates on one thing, and some of the things were like almost ready to expire. So surely I haven't seen any trucks over there either, as well as I normally do see delivery trucks and stuff out there. And that's not happening. What you looking at, Molly? Oh, Molly's chasing a butterfly. How cute. Oh, look at it. She's looking all around. Well, I don't know, Maddie. What do you think? Our cardinal was out here a few minutes ago. But I really felt that it was time to share that, as I feel like that's confirmation. That this is 3 times, and this has been stirring in my spirit all day, that, you know, we've talked about the things that could happen, right? The possibilities of, and the order of in. We're out of here before anything happens as far as the time of Jacob's trouble is concerned, right? Because we are not called to wrath. But we're going to see some stuff, and obviously we're seeing stuff already, as we're seeing a whole bunch of stuff happening without getting into detail. And we need to be more vigilant and definitely pray over all your food. The Chick-fil-A cookies getting recalled, and peanut butter cups with worms. Well, I don't have to worry about them because I don't eat them. But check your food. Make sure what you're feeding your kids is not little pieces of peanut, because that's exactly what the dad said when he opened one, was that he thought they were just little pieces of peanut until I started to move. And meat, of course, is being tainted and being recalled. And there's so much flooding everywhere. I know I've seen so much Care Flight helicopters today. I've seen black helicopters today. I'm just looking up at these big, beautiful blue skies. Here, I'll give you a show. There you go. And I even went to the lake. I'm thinking, oh, surely, Lord, there's going to be a sunset, right? We'll be able to get a sunset on this moon. And no, there was big, big barricades up right before, right after the entrance, and it said, no trespassing per U.S. government. And then in big letters in red, it said, you must turn around. No trespassing whatsoever, and no, you couldn't get to the lake at all. Or you really could have, but they weren't allowing anybody, so I don't know what's going on there. So I'm not going to get the lake. Okay, well, I wanted to stop that to say that this was 5 years ago. This was pre, lockdown, pre everything. I had no idea. I had another snippet in this dream also where there was poison water shortages. This really blows this old lady's mind when I get anything from the Lord and dreams, which I really got all of these years, but still, this was one that I found today that proves that water, food shortages back then are definitely happening now. And my goodness, $40 for 2 bags, that would be really cool. Oh well, gotta laugh at that, right? But still, recalls, definitely. Now, I'm thinking also when I was listening to this that, wait, if they close the borders to Mexico and to, Canada, those are the 2 countries that don't have GMOs in their food. Are we still going to be able to get food from there? I hope so. Because, I don't trust certain other things, and fruits and veggies and stuff. Most of that comes from Mexico. All right, well, I just wanted to share that. And like I said, I shared some Henry Groover. I shared some other things in there, just funny things, and went down memory lane today looking at my older videos. And I'm really kind of shocked of what I'm seeing come to pass now. As I saw then. Wow, amazing stuff, right? But also we have an amazing Lord, and He's about ready to part those clouds and call us up hither, as spoken of in 1 Thessalonians 4:14 to 18, right? And then again, we learned that mystery in 1 Corinthians 15:50-53. And we're waiting on Revelation 4:1, which was an analogy of John's come up hither, right? And that's when God said, and I will show you many things which are to come. So all of these things will come to pass because they're God's word. He's in control of all things. He's on the throne. He lacks nothing. And wow, it's just an amazing time to be alive. So saying that, I want to encourage you that despite, my goodness, not only did the Lord show me this, but there was a time when somebody asked me to check, I don't do dairy either because of inflammation. And when I walked over there, I clearly heard in my spirit, triple. I'm like, triple what, Lord? And right then and there, shortly afterwards, all the prices tripled in the dairy department. Wow, okay. Well, that's kind of mind-blowing too, Lord. Thank you. But, hey, that's what's awesome about our Jesus, is He is a mind-blowing God, but He also gives us the mind of Christ. Our minds are protected, and we are covered in Him, especially when we armor up daily. All right? He is the air we breathe, no matter what they've done to this world. All right? This is not our home. We're just passing through, and they will answer, okay, for everything. Praise the Lord, everybody. As I say, this is Debbie from Texas saying, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out, Maranatha. The King is coming.